David's not in great shape. He's sort of been on the run from both vampires and lycans. She's estranged from her daughter, she doesn't know where Michael is, and really doesn't want to engage in the war anymore. I think probably the lowest ebb she's ever been at, and then sort of gets suckered back in.
You are an extremely difficult person to keep track of.
Stop tracking me!
I'm not tracking you. Selene, listen to me. The lycans are moving again.
David shied away for a long time from kind of the establishment, and now the only way their race will survive is if he realizes that he's got to step up to the plate and be a leader.
We fight for our coven!
We've come back to the sort of the vibe of the first movie, which is very much the kind of the gothic covens and a lot of the politics that goes on in there, and you get to see the Eastern Coven, the Northern Coven.
The Nordic Coven is a kind of new part of the world that we get introduced to. It's way up in the icy north. It's full of a different kind of race of vampire, and they all discover a bit of history about themselves while they're there.
A very different sort of peace-loving, slightly mystical vibe, and Selene gets a little touched by, you know, like when the Beatles went to India.
And Selene picks up some highlights and some new powers there too. This film was so interesting, it brought a bunch of new characters into the fray. So I think for the next stage in the evolution of these stories, I think it'll be the new blood and the young blood that'll take it to the next level.
The first Underworld was a real gamble on everybody. It was a period of time which you probably can't imagine, where you know, vampires and werewolves in the same movie was an incredibly novel concept, and a woman at the head of an action movie was a gigantic risk and probably wasn't going to work, and nobody was thinking of it in terms of a series of movies. We've gotten all the way through. It just feels like a really appropriate thing to kind of celebrate by having, we've got a female director, we've got more female characters. This is, you know, this has become a franchise that's actually very supportive and empowering of women, not just me.